I have tried anything. How many times did you think this? How many times did you stop in your journey just because you thought this phrase? I've tried anything and nothing works. But this isn't about your willpower or what you do. It's one of the main mental blocks that affects a big part of the population. Why and how does it work and how to overcome it? Okay, very simple. Let me do that step by step. First of all, what is this syndrome of I've tried everything? Well, it's a loop, a mental block that we create in our minds when we try different things but we failed. And this happens, it's normal. Whenever you do something, you will fail. It's totally normal. But we don't accept to fail because failing is not normal, it's not acceptable anymore. This is the problem. And this ultimately leads to a huge block that will not allow us to do anything anymore. This is the problem. So what are the main reasons why this happens? Well, we can see like three main mental blocks on this one. The first one for sure is the perfectionism. Unfortunately, for experience, I can tell you that we start to believe that if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing it. That why this happens? Well, for a simple reason. The reason that we are afraid of being judged or being not enough or to not be able to succeed in what we do. So we need to be perfect. But the problem is that trying to be perfect, we will never do that perfectly, first of all. And second of all, we will stop doing that because we'll never be perfect. So when we try, we fail, we just demoralize and we stop. So first of all, remember, steady steps, small steps. Don't do that. Don't wait to be perfect because it will never be perfect. Whatever you do, can be fitness, can be just a simple diet, can be like your business, can be like a life improvement, doesn't matter. It will never be perfect. Life is just a matter of overcoming a problem after the other one. So problem, overcame problem, another one. So it doesn't matter. It will never be perfect. And the perfectionism leads to the second mental block, that is the all or nothing mentality. So it's like thinking that the small efforts basically are useless. So thinking like with an overthinking and a perfectionist mind, what we do is like needs to be perfect. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So this has the consequence that small efforts are useless because it's not perfect, it's too small, doesn't matter. But this will have like the bad consequence that you will never see any success because you want to go all in. Like what you do, you start like hyper strong, like going to the gym 2 hours a day, every day. But of course you will burn out and you know that, but you still can't start small. It's a matter of ego, I know. Ego is the enemy, we know that. The problem is that the small steps are the ones that then, with a compound effect, will lead you to improve so much that at the end they will be like big steps. But after a while, you need to learn to walk before you learn to run. This is the problem. And I'm not talking about the fitness, this is the point. So don't start going 2 hours in the gym in the first day because you will not last longer, except if you do like marathons already. But that's another thing. So start going to the gym for 5 minutes. Sounds ridiculous, is it? Isn't it? Yes, it is. It's totally ridiculous. It must be ridiculous. Why? Because for the fact that our ego has such a huge power for us, we want to do more. Because where is the pride on doing 5 minutes in the gym? You go there, you change, you do one machine, you go, it's too little. isn't it? What is the problem of that? That we feel insignificant, we feel powerless. So this will lead ultimately to more motivation to do more. But don't go to the previous trap, the perfectionist trap. So start small, but try to want to do more. Don't go from 5 minutes to 2 hours again. Slowly. Accept to start small. Accept even to fail, because it will never be perfect, remember. And what to say? So start small. If you fail, that's okay. It's the long term. Remember, in most cases, the people that I'm talking to, they are not even going to the gym consistently. So just the fact that you go 5 minutes a day outside, for example, even for a walk, is something that most people never do. So start with 5 minutes walking in the park, or then 50 minutes, then 20 minutes, and slowly build up. And if you skip one day, that's fine. The important thing is to not skip 2 days, 3 days, because then you're starting a new habit. So remember that. And another thing, even the unrealistic expectation, because of course you want to build up like thinking, okay, in 3 months I will reach like the level where I will go to the gym 3 times a day, like working out like your Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. So no, this doesn't happen. So don't put on yourself unrealistic expectations. Think like you will achieve nothing. Start like you will achieve nothing. You go there just because you want to enjoy, move more, this kind of stuff. So expect 0, and then you will have the results. If you expect 1,000, you will get demoralized, because basically you want those results. You are impatient for those results. And this is the problem, because you will desire them so much that at that point, if you don't see them, you get demoralized and you give up. So go there, expect 0, and then keep going, make it an habit, to the point that one day you will look yourself in the mirror, you will see, oh, is this a line? Is this a small muscle? And then you will get even more motivation, but start with 0 expectation. I know it's very hard for us, because unfortunately we are dominated, literally. Our life is based on social media, comparison, this kind of stuff. So it's never enough. But this will lead to 0, to nothing. And that's why you need to shift your mindset from perfection to progression. That's it. Very simple. But start doing that. And for example, we can do like some example of a bad mindset and a good mindset. So the bad mindset is when you go like you want to go in the gym small, 30 minutes a day, but every day. Okay, it's doable. Definitely it's doable. But if you're someone who never went to the gym before and is not consistent, etc., this becomes unrealistic. So start, okay, you want to start going every day, start with 5 minutes. That is more realistic, literally. You go there, okay, you feel ashamed, that's fine. Start. Accept the failure, because we don't want to fail, it's normal. Like I said, like failure in this world is a shame, literally. We don't want that. Instead, if you want to go consistently, go there, but small. Or you want to go 3-4 times a week, regularly, 30-40 minutes. That's a realistic goal if you've never been there. Or if you go 30 minutes 3 times a week in the gym, you can try to amplify, to increase to 1 hour slowly. Yeah, you can do that. This is realistic. But don't feel like you're doing, you can do like 2 hours a day, every day. This is not realistic. Don't expect from yourself too much. You're putting just too much pressure on yourself, and this will lead to failure. So a good mindset is starting small, realistically increasing, so slowly increasing the steps, and celebrate your wins, even if they are small. Even if you go for 5 minutes, celebrate them for a simple reason. the reason that when we go and we do something that for us is insignificant, unconsciously we're saying ourselves that we're not good enough, it's not worth it, and this will create a negative loop that will increase, and in that moment when we will feel like a bit in difficulty, like a bit tired or demotivated whatsoever, we start to skip because unconsciously we think, okay, it's not worth it. This is a huge problem. Try to do the opposite. Go for 5 minutes and be grateful that you did it. Be happy. Celebrate like, okay, I did 5 minutes. I know that what you're thinking because I come from your place. You're thinking, why should I celebrate because I did 5 fucking minutes in the gym? You're right. Why? Well, find a reason. You know what is the reason? That you didn't do before. You didn't go out for a walk for 5 minutes. You didn't go to the gym in the past. Start small and appreciate what you're doing, because even the best one in the world, they didn't start strong. They started with baby steps, then with bigger steps, and then went to run towards their gold medals and this kind of stuff. They didn't start already running. No one starts like that. Remember, it's like a baby. You start, you will fail, you will fall. This is inevitable. But then you stand up, you keep walking, you fall down. It is normal. But slowly, you re-stand up, you start to walk more and more till you become good. This is the point. So, small action, long term. This is the point. How can I help you with the action step? Well, I can give you like a free action steps guide, let's say. The first one, as in everything, is recognize your mental blocks. So it's like when you have a problem, the first step is to understand that you have a problem. So understand that you have some mental barriers, some mindset barriers that is holding you back. It's like, okay, maybe I tend to be perfectionist. It happens. It's a problem, but it's not a problem. So you need just to realize that this can hold you back. And, or for example, another thing is that I have unrealistic expectation. Okay, we need to realize that we have this problem. But now, don't treat that like a problem. Let's say, okay, I know that I have the tendency to have unrealistic expectations. So, remembering this, I need to do like smaller steps. This is so important. Then, when you set up the smaller steps, for example, you have the tendency for unrealistic expectation. You want to go in the gym 1 hour a day already every day. Perfect. Write X. Go for 5 minutes every day. So put a tracker, like literally a daily tracker, even on the paper, write it down. And every day that you go 5 minutes, put a sign like you did it and celebrate that you did it. You will see like all the line, and this will motivate you to do more and more and more. And third, track your progress. It's not random that I said like do a kind of tracker, because this is so important. Because when we see like a long line of success for us, we don't want to break it. Do it. Because in this way, you will keep going. Trust me. Because you don't want to stop that line. This is what I'm doing. Like every day, I'm documenting my journey. That is not only fitness. That one is easier for me, is my sector, but is my self-development journey. And what I'm doing is documenting everything. And yes, right now there are some goals for fitness, like my diet, because I want to come back shredded. But I have like other goals with my business, my posting and this kind of stuff. And every day I keep posting just because I have a goal, I have a line, and I don't want to break it. Yes, it will happen. It's normal. It will happen. I know that. And then I will restart. Because now I'm getting to the habit. This is becoming my habit. That's why it's so important. And by the way, if you want to follow my journey and feel motivated by that, yeah, you can see the videos, you can subscribe. I know they are not the best, I understand. And this is the point. I'm starting small. I know they are not the best. And I stopped for that at the beginning of the year, as you can see. This was the season 1, I stopped. And I stopped the year before with just one video. And the year before with one video. And this is the problem. I always stopped. But not this time. This time I want to keep going because I need to understand that I have tendency for perfectionism, unrealistic expectation, all the problems in the world. I understand that. I recognize them. I start small. Those videos, they are good enough. I mean, for me, are not good enough. But I want to post it. I don't want to be blocked by the mental trap of perfectionism, or I want to do more or nothing, etc. So I keep posting, and every day I want to document what I do, because this will lead to my success. Right now, success, 0, just failure. I failed several times, but keep on going. This will lead to something that is bigger that I can expect right now. So this is my message for you. Do it for yourself. You will see big difference in the future just keeping these small steps. This is the most important thing. And if you want to be supported by a group of people that think in this way and want to support each other in this difficult world, well, I opened recently a community about that. Feel free to join. I will put all my resources over there. And actually, even about this, I will put some action steps, some guides about this. So feel free to join. And in any case, I wish you the best.